Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Hello, Reddit. I am 23 male and I have been with my girlfriend Layla, who is 22 female, for 6 months. Everything has been really great so far, but 2 days ago, I stayed for a few days with Layla in her apartment, which she shares with two roommates, all women. Also, I have to note that Layla has long hair almost down to her butt, but not quite. We both had 3 days off, and her roommates went to go stay with their family for a week. I think they're sisters. Anyway, they gave us the okay for me to stay at their place for 3 days. Well, the second morning, Layla was called into work for just a few hours to help with something that her coworkers were not yet trained on. Anyway, she went and then came back and took a shower. When she got out, I noticed that her hair was still dry and she didn't wash it. She didn't wash her hair. Call the police. And I said to her, "Forgot something?" I asked her, and she looked confused. So I told her that she didn't wash her hair. Layla just laughed and explained to me that she just washed her hair yesterday. So I say, "So? You aren't going to wash it today?" Her, "No, you aren't supposed to wash your hair every day." And I say, "Says who? I wash my hair every day." Now let me stop right here, okay? Because as a black woman, because I'm black, blackity black, okay, we do not wash our hair every day. So I find it very important for me to address this right now. From a cultural standpoint, black people do not wash their hair every day because there's something called natural oils, sebaceous glands, if you don't know, that produce oil in the scalp. And we need all the oil in our scalp. Now, what other cultures do, I'm not here to address, but I can tell you what the blacks do, okay? And I'm black, and we do not wash our hair every day. I feel it's important to address this because, again, we need to learn how to extend grace to people. When we don't understand something, just ask questions. It's okay. It's okay to ask questions, learn, so that you know better the next time. And that's perfectly fine. If you extend grace without thinking you know everything, then we can all be in a better position to learn, experience new things, and grow, bloom, and blossom, okay? Very important to address this from a cultural perspective. Now let's proceed. At this point, I was very skeptical. You would think if you have longer hair, which she does, that would be all the more reason for you to wash your hair every day because it's a lot of hair. You want to make sure it's clean, right? Wrong. She said no. So I asked her how often she washes her hair, and she said twice a week, which at that point I told her that she was gross. Flag on the play, baby. Flag on the play. Very disrespectful. I told her that she was gross for not washing her hair every day. And she got very upset and locked herself in her room. She didn't come out for a very long time, so I just left and I went home. She hasn't answered any of my phone calls or spoken to me since. I asked my friends and they seemed split. My sister and two of her friends told me that I was, and yeah, I agree. But two of my other friends, whom I would bet my last penny, were also men that know nothing about female hair or how to take care of it, how to make sure it's conditioned, how to make sure it's not dry and brittle and falling out at the roots, which is what happens when you wash your hair every day, okay? It will do that. Depending upon what products you're using, you could absolutely cause extensive damage to your hair. Okay, take this as a learning lesson. For anybody who doesn't know this, take this as a learning lesson. Not everyone is going to wash their hair every day, and that's all right. So, two of my friends said that I'm in the right. Because this is absolutely about being right and wrong, right? Yeah, you could never be wrong. Oh, man. Y'all know everything. It sounds weird that she doesn't wash her hair daily. So she got to be gross, right? So let's see what Reddit had to say about this. My hair is almost past my bum, and I wash it maybe four out of 5 days. No, I wash it every 4 to 5 days. So your girlfriend says she washes her hair every couple of days. This person is saying they wash their hair every 4 to 5 days, and they too have long hair. What do you think about that? Another commenter says, unfortunately, a lot of dudes know next to nothing about hair care. I think I'm the only guy in my group of friends that doesn't wash their hair every time they shower and actually conditions their hair, which, by the way, is a very important step, by the way. I also unquestionably have the best hair, pre-chemo, by the way, and don't have dandruff because I'm not stripping my hair and scalp of oils and nutrients on a daily basis without replenishing them. So let's take this as a cautionary tale, just from a female perspective. Again, whether you're male, whether you're female, let's learn to give grace, extend grace, love to the people that we allegedly love, and understand the reason why they made the decision that they made. You may not still agree, with no scientific proof, of course. However, she has this head of hair for 23 years. So she should know what works for her hair and what doesn't work for her hair. She told you, you didn't believe it. Then you went and asked some male friends, okay, who also had never heard of the fact that they shouldn't wash their hair every day because they wash their hair every day. But your sisters, who you also disregarded, and her friends, this seems to be rooted in misogyny, to be perfectly honest. And if you are going to have any healthy, loving relationships in the future, my dear, then you should absolutely learn to listen, learn to uplift, and make a concerted effort to understand why someone is doing something instead of saying they're gross. And guess what? That will be the absolute last time you talk to me, because your word choice was disrespectful. You are absolutely the a-hole, my dear.